Today, Wizards sort of announced a new secret lair, and that secret lair that they sort of announced consists of fetchlands, enemy-colored fetchlands. The response has been overwhelmingly negative on the internet, and we wanted to talk about our views on it.
This insane price point that they put on this product is pretty much proof that Wizards of the Coast does acknowledge the secondary market. We're going to talk about it, and the video starts right now.
Special thanks to our Patreon supporters who power our channel. Check out our Patreon for monthly giveaways, exclusive content, and even a starring role in our fan fight series. Link in the description below.
Hello and welcome to the day.
Thank you for spending your time with us.
I'm Jake.
I'm Joel. Welcome back to another episode of Jake and Joel Are Magic. We are going to talk about the new Secret Lair Enemy Fetchlands product. But first, if you find us entertaining or informative, hit that subscribe button down there. We'd really appreciate it.
It's the best way to help out the channel. It is called Secret Lair, although everything about it in no way resembles what we have come to understand Secret Lair to be.
So there was an announcement video via Professor Tolarian Community College's YouTube channel today. Put the link in the description down there. Make sure you go watch that. The TLDR of the announcement is that on May 29th, there's going to be a product called Secret Lair Enemy Fetches, or Secret Lair Epic Mythic something else is the actual title. But it will consist of 5 individual enemy-colored fetchlands. You will get one of each. They are non-foil. They have new art by super dope artists like Seb McKinnon, etc. And the biggest thing is that they will be only sold through LGSs, and there will be a limitation of how many each individual LGS can get, about 10. That is the breakdown of the actual product. The quick and dirty notes and what we're about to get into is that it seems like they've abandoned the model of the Secret Lair releases. For me, it sucks that they're a little too expensive for what they are. It's even worse to me.
A lot of too expensive for what they are.
It's worse
and what they're
to
supposed
me.
To do.
Right.
Sorry.
Exactly. No, you're getting 4-ofs. You need 4-ofs. It's worse, though, to me than the price point. I don't really care about the price points. Worse to me that they're highly unavailable. With Secret Lair, they print to demand. You buy them off the internet. And like Jake said, this is essentially acknowledgement of the secondary market, and maybe we need to redefine exactly what that means, you know? They don't talk about the secondary market?
Here's the thing. Wizards of the Coast sells booster packs. Wizards of the Coast sells the ability to draft and do sealed. That's what their whole thing is we don't, these packs are not lottery tickets. You're buying booster cards to play with so that you can do these formats. The fact that people do play tournaments and Constructed is part of their model as well. You know, they want people to be able to play Standard. Standard is their cash cow. That's what people want to... That's what Wizards of the Coast wants, is for people to open their packs, acquire these cards, play their format Standard, and then the fact that there's other formats is appealing to them as well, because that gives the cards more value eternally. However, they don't really acknowledge the secondary market, and most of the Secret Lairs that we've seen so far have been evidence of that. Each card has been around, $10 to $15 when it's all said and done after you break it down, with the exception of Bitter Blossom, which Joel and I were talking about earlier, which just came with some tokens and Bitter Blossom, and it was $30. But all of that aside, this now is you're no longer buying it online, you're buying it in an LGS. It's very limited, and it's very expensive. This essentially says, hey, we get that Misty Rainforest is expensive. We get that Scalding Tarn is expensive. We get that the coveted Zendikar fetchlands that everybody has built into their modern decks are expensive, and their EDH decks. But this is just kind of like, I would have cut the price down to about a third of this and made it to where you can order 10 of them online. They would have made a killing. I would have, it's all wrong to me. It just doesn't make a lot of sense. And,
it's cool to me that they are reprinting fetchlands. It's obviously something, and they said in the announcement video, it is something that they have heard. Gavin Verhey has been outspoken about this. They're like, we know, we're working on it. It's going to happen. This just seems like they pulled a lot of the wrong levers.
And it's great. It's great for the LGS too. Let's just say that while we're here picking it apart.
Yeah, it's not all doom and gloom. We just think that they pulled a lot of the wrong levers and switches. It's like they did the right thing in a weird way. It's highly unavailable. And let's talk about that price point. There is no MSRP. Wizards doesn't set MSRP. So it's all going to be about what Wizards charges the LGS per box and what the LGS can get. This is capitalism right here. Whatever anybody's willing to pay is how much it's worth. And so if you've got an LGS that has 10 and they've got some whales that go to their store, 4 of them are gone immediately, and probably the other 6 aren't that far behind with people pitching in or whatever. The second part of this weirdness to me is you need 4 of these to be playable. And so if they're not going to, as you said, Jake, put them online for $50 for 5 of them so that you can buy a 4 of for $200, which just
makes like so much sense.
Right. Like in our opinion, that is our official Jake and Joel opinion, is that is what it should be. If you want to just go straight up, yes, we don't acknowledge the secondary market, but we absolutely know about it, think about it, and consider it into our decisions. Which we already knew they do. But this is
enemy fetch lands, do allied fetch lands, stagger them about a month apart so that people can work it into their budget. And then you're going to have people that are just like, some people are going to buy 10 of them. You're going to make X amount of dollars off them, and you're going to have some people that just buy 4 of them. That way they have the play sets of them to put into their modern decks if they play modern. I mean, fetch lands are for modern players. They're not for pioneer players. The EDH players that have them have 1 of each copy, and then they probably proxy them for different decks, or they put them into whatever deck they're using for competitive play. And then you don't need any more outside of that. So as far as like breaking modern open as like a format that you want more people to play, I think this is a poor choice the way that it has been done. I will not be springing for this item. I know that some LGSs, some LGSs are going to be doing a raffle. I know that my LGS, they're going to make it to where if they have an amount of product and demand that exceeds that product, they're going to have people opt into a drawing that says, hey, I'm going to pay for this if it becomes available to me. And then what they're going to do is they're going to call out numbers, and I'm sure they're going to price it reasonably. If the LGS gets this for like $50, then yes, it makes sense for them to like try to mark it up to whatever's competitive with the individual card prices. But some LGSs are going to do it where it's probably going to be sold for $100, but in like a raffle kind of situation.
No,
and if
this
you're lucky enough to live in that area,
plus, that is from the PR. That is from Blake Rasmussen. He said 165 plus. I doubt that the LGSs are getting these for 50. But the thing is that price aside, there's always going to be people that'll buy premium foil cardboard or non-foil cardboard in this case. The price to me doesn't matter as much as how widely unavailable this is going to be and how it does not fix the problem. Let's also, before we move on, Jake, before we end this, let's talk about the packaging, because I know that you had some strong feelings about the packaging.
Yeah, I have some strong feelings about the packaging. This is a product that's going to be cracked open. People want to use it. There's nothing flashy about the packaging. There's no fabulous display that I've seen. This is a product that's going to be opened. It's going to be used. Cut the packaging down to 1/4 of the size. Hell, send me less than the size of a deck box with these cards. Make it like a little like booklet where I could just open and look at them. It folds out in the front, and you have like they did the San Diego Comic-Con editions. Yeah. Make like a smaller version of that if you really want it to be a display. But other than that, don't send me a huge box. I don't have room for a huge box. And while you're at it, change the way that you do the normal Secret Lair packages. These white boxes and these black boxes, you've created a loot box with these Secret Lair stained glass planeswalkers from War of the Spark. I don't know what you're going to use in the future, but it's going to be something.
So this is something that Jake is obviously very passionate about, because he's a buy and hold kind of finance. He engages
for some products, yes.
Products like this. And so for me, for more of the layman in this, it seems like they shot down the middle and tried to do 2 things with it, but it's very strange. They're marketing this as, hey, we're reprinting fetches, isn't that cool? And so why differ from the regular size of Secret Lair packaging boxes anyway? Because you're saying that people are going to buy this to break it open and use. If you're saying that this is a premium collector's product that is meant to be purchased and put on a shelf and shown off to people, which is strange then that they're not foil. I mean, you obviously made them non-foil so that you can play with them. Why would you not have a more ornate case? It's very plain. It's like you went in the middle of, this is going to be an awesome thing to display, so let's make this beautiful box that,
like, make it like an FTV Legends or any of the FTV series where you open it up and you just see them and they're all blinging behind some like protective plastic.
That's exactly
like you used to do in the past, and make it a fraction of the size of this box. This is... It's just wasteful. It just seems so wasteful for all of this paper. Maybe they have a big contract with a distributor. You're going to use X amount of cardboard on each of these products.
I don't know.
I have no idea.
The thing that I'm most excited about from this announcement is that Blake PR did say that there will be more Fetchlands reprints coming later this year in some form. So this won't be the only way to get them. Now, I hope that he's not just like, Enemy Fetchlands Secret Lair Mythic Awesome Version 2. This is...
And it's foil.
These are the friendly pairing Fetchlands this time. Well, I hope that's in some set, at the very least, a Master's set, a Master's priced set. He did say definitively that they're not going to be reprinted into Standard. And he did say that there will be a summer drop later this year that is very akin to the first Secret Lair drop where they do 5 bundles over 5 days. But the very first day you can buy them all as one giant bundle. He said if you engage in that day and buy the summer drop this summer, all 5 of them at once day bundle, you will get one of these Fetchlands randomly in that bundle. So one
of the 5 Fetchlands that are coming out in this product is going to appear in one of those Secret Lairs.
Yeah, will appear as like a box topper if you buy a 5 set bundle of the Secret Lair thing this year. Yeah, sure. The thing is, yeah, it's fine. Again,
so
the bottom
let's
line,
talk about this. Oh yeah, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, the bottom line on this is that it just feels like they did the right thing, or they had the right idea, and they took every weird turn that they could to complete this mission of reprinting fetches and getting everybody behind it. You know, this is not something that I'll be buying. It's not something that's for me. I hate personally that it doesn't really even seem to be a good solution for modern players, for modern paper players and the like. I wish that's what this was going to accomplish.
Yeah, because you're not going to see any sort of dramatic drop in any of these cards. That's just not going to happen because of the way that they've designed this and the scarcity that built into this.
I know that we talk a lot about MTG Finance, but I am totally on team reprint these things into the dirt. They are necessary. If you want to build your player base, you're going to make more money over time, Hasbro, if more people can play a lot of different formats. Reprint these until it's $40 to get a 4 set of any singular one of them, or less. Do that. I would be a fan of that because it's going to get more people playing the game.
Sure, and I also want to add this. We've made a lot of Mystery Boosters videos recently. We've made a lot of Secret Lair videos recently. And I want to say I've been impressed with these products for the most part. I am supremely impressed with Mystery Boosters. I think that is a huge step in the right direction. Absolutely. And I can't say enough good about the product. But this is just, like, I have to call it like I see it. And I know that if you're watching right now, we're going to tell you if it's worth it. And from my perspective, no. For the price that this is, for the hassle that it is, and for what it's supposed to do, it doesn't make a lot of sense to me to buy into it. Modern isn't really a format that a lot of people have on their radar right now, and their singles reflect that in the secondary market. You have cards like Tarmogoyf and Bob, and just all of these cards that are just kind of like bottoming out and reflecting, like Ensnaring Bridge is like $20 right now. That is a card that was hugely played in Modern. It got up to as high as like $65 or $70. Modern isn't really on everybody's radar. So if you're trying to get it on their radar, if you're trying to say, hey, build that Modern deck that you've been wanting to build, this is 100% the wrong way to do it. I think it's going to appeal to a very small niche group of people. And outside of that, it's just kind of like, meh.
I agree completely. I would prefer if Wizards printed these to demand, for a very affordable price for 4 sets. Break this out over a whole week. Do 5 4 sets of each individual one for the same price. You can buy them as a bundle at the beginning of the week. Use the same model. Don't break from your model, because Secret Lair so far has been doing a wonderful thing and filling a wonderful niche in the entire sphere of products released, and I've been a huge fan. This diverges from it completely. I know you're not calling it
like,
Secret
bro,
Lair
I bought
Drops.
Thalia yesterday. I
know.
Literally bought it yesterday.
And you have no need for Thalia. You don't want Thalia. You don't play with Thalia, but it's that.
But I don't have
product.
any copies of it. I don't have any copies of it, and I was like, this
Secret
is
Lair
cool.
so
It's
far,
$30.
Right. I know that people have been complaining about product overload, but Secret Lair has filled a nice hole in the entire hemisphere of products. This differs from that model, and I don't like that. This also doesn't solve the problem of reprints. Reprint these into the dirt. Reprint the Pioneer ones into the dirt and unban those, and so that you open up a bunch of other deck possibilities. Maybe. I don't know what it would do to the meta. The thing is that you pull a bunch of switches. I just think the wrong ones were pulled. The attempt was awesome. I appreciate the sentiment. This is a step in the right direction, but it just feels like 2 steps forward, 6 steps back on what the goal was that they were trying to accomplish.
We're reprinting Fetchlands, but we're gonna make it awkward and weird.
We appreciate everybody watching. If you wouldn't mind, like I said, if you find us entertaining or informative, or you just think we're weird, hit that subscribe button down there. It would really help us out. If you want to support us further, we have a Patreon. Link is down in the description below. Check that out and see if you're a good fit for it. We've got some monthly giveaways going on over there and a great community building up. We're having a lot of fun in our Patreon. If you want to hang out with us, we're streaming twice weekly over on Twitch, Tuesdays and Thursdays. Jake, I'm tapped out.
I did weird eye stuff. Let's just end it.
Weird eye stuff is perfect for Secret Lair enemy fetches.